hope you have a really wonderful flow. We'll just take a moment to find easy pose, Sukhasana. And you can just find a comfortable seat here. Taking a moment to close the eyes down and to connect with your breath. Your sits bones are reaching down into the earth, into the ground. Finding a slight engagement in the core to lift up through the spine, open the shoulders, allow the shoulders to melt down the spine as we create space in the heart, the Anahata chakra, for opening, receptivity, and connection through this morning's practice. My intention for this morning's flow is to create space. In our lives, there's often so much that's going on, so much energy that is being used and spread for all of our amazing creations and offerings and for our work and for our friends. And so often we can sacrifice this time for ourselves, for our connection with spirit, for a pause, to integrate, to rejuvenate, to nourish oneself. And so my intention is to really create that space. And what I've found in my own personal practice and journey is that when I create space, both physically within myself through the twists and the stretches and the movement, but also mentally and emotionally, I find that life has so much more to offer me. It's, where things maybe have gotten a little bit stagnant or stuck, suddenly there's room for more ideas, more inspiration, more creativity, more joy, more love to flow into my being. And so I'd love for you to take a moment as you sit here, slowly deepening your breath, to feel into what it is that you would like to create space for. And that could be anything. It could be your personal healing. It could be rejuvenation. It could be some new idea or some creative project. It could be for more love, for more peace. Just find what that personal intention is. And as you begin to inhale into the belly and exhale, release, feel yourself planting the seed inside of all of the cells of your being. With the next inhale, breathing into the belly and the rib cage. And exhale, rib cage, belly. And you're welcome to bring one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart as we come into our 3-part breath. Inhale into the belly, the rib cage, and the upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, upper chest. And exhale, upper chest, rib cage, belly. Another time, inhale, belly, rib cage, upper chest. And holding at the top, finding this spaciousness, this stillness before exhaling, upper chest, rib cage, belly. You may want to flow through that one more time at your own pace, just listening to your body. I'd really like to see this intention for all of those who are practicing at home. Really listen to what your body needs. And throughout this practice, if I call something that doesn't feel good or you want to take a different variation, really just listening and allowing your body to guide you so that that is really your ultimate teacher, knowing that you can always take a modification or come into child's pose at any point in this morning's flow. We'll return to a more regular breath. Inhale, draw the arms up above the head. Exhale, sweeping the arms down and around your body. Inhale, the arms lift up, opening and cleansing through your sacred space, preparing for this morning's practice. Exhale, bring the hands down. Another 3 times, finding your own flow. Really feeling the tingling and awakening as you create space in all the different areas of your body. Feel yourself cleansing and clearing through your sacred space, preparing yourself for this morning's practice of intimacy and connection with your body, your mind, and your spirit. Inhale, lift the arms up above the head. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the floor and reach up and over with the left arm. The gaze can be down towards the ground for more of this inner grounding and movement within, or up towards the inner elbow. As you breathe, breathe into the left side body, into the rib cage, creating space here for more air, for more life force to fill you. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale over to the left. Breathing into the difference on this side of the body. Listening to what your body needs in this moment. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And maybe your head comes down towards the earth to touch. Possibly you're just reaching your gaze into the earth, connecting with our Mother Earth, with this grounding, nourishing energy. With your next inhale, draw that all the way up to the sky. The arms lift. Exhale, your hands come down behind you, opening through the heart, open through the chest. Breathe into the center of your being. Feel the expansion here. Inhale, lift the legs up and then cross them the awkward way. Exhale into center. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, bringing your right hand down behind the sacrum. The left hand comes to take hold of the right leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist from the navel, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, coming to twist. The left hand comes down behind the sacrum. The right hand takes hold of the outer edge of the left leg. The twist comes from the navel, and you look over the left shoulder. With each twist in this morning's flow, breathing into that spaciousness, allowing it to wring away, to cleanse and to clear any stagnancy that's no longer serving. Inhale, the arms come up through center. Exhale, forward fold down to the ground. Inhale, the hands reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. And this time you have the option to stay here, opening through the heart and the chest, or lifting up through the hips, feeling the opening in the front body. And one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, sitting back down. We'll bring the hands to the earth and come into our tabletop position, Brahmanasana. Just feeling into the ground. You may want to kind of pad your hands down 1 or 2 times, bringing the wrist creases parallel with the front of the mat, grounding into the 4 corners of the hand. The knuckles press into the earth. The knees are beneath the hips, and bringing slightly more weight into the tops of the feet is going to lift the weight slightly off of the knees, which might prevent from any pain there. Take a moment to feel this position. As we flow through our cat-cow, you have an option to stay here. If you'd like to intensify the activation in the core, you can tuck the toes, lift the knees, and from this position, inhale, lifting all the way up into cow. Exhale, coming into cow. Inhale, open through the chest, lift up through the heart. Exhale, draw the navel up towards the sky into cow. Inhale, the gaze looks up towards the sky. Exhale, hug the navel all the way in towards the back of the spine. And you can flow through this 2 more times at your own pace. And maybe you want to switch to a different variation at some point, remembering always to listen to the body and what it is asking for in this moment. We'll come back to center, release the knees down to the ground. Take a pause here, take a breath, feel the fire beginning to activate within the body. Feel the energy starting to course through all of your cells, feeling this opening and awakening. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing the hand down towards the ground, the right temple towards the earth. We're twisting from the navel and preventing the neck from crunching down towards the ground. So we're imagining the spine is in this one plane of movement. Inhale, lift the arm all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Inhale, lift to the left fingers up. Exhale, twisting from the navel, coming into this spinal twist on the other side. Inhale, reach the fingers all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, place the left hand down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. This is your first dog here in this flow, so you may want to bend through one knee and then the other, and begin to waken up the backs of the legs. Just sending your breath, your prana into your body. This way, receiving its opening, its cleansing, and its healing. Inhale, step the right foot forward to the outer edge of the right hand. Exhale here. So we have some options in our lizard this morning, really feeling into whether you're activating and strengthening through the legs, and then you might want to stay up. Alternatively, you can release the left knee down, extend the toes out behind you, and this is going to deepen the stretch. If you're coming into this variation, I really encourage to protect the hips by not dumping all of your weight and splaying, but actually still drawing and hugging the knees together, still keeping that activation in the quads. Alternatively, you can come all the way down onto your forearms, and you can use this both with the knee up or down, and this is going to intensify the stretch even further. Wherever you are, release the knee, the left knee down to the earth, and come back up on the hands. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee and bring, sweeping the right arm back. And you can reach towards or take hold of the back foot. From here, inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, twist from the navel and look over the right shoulder. This is so important in our yoga flow. We're often really activating the quads, so it's really nice to take this stretch here. It can feel quite intense, so feel free to come out of this at any point in time. Inhale, release the back leg. The right arm comes back and down towards the ground. Exhale, step back into a plank. Holding here for a moment, activating through the core. feeling the strength and the fire building in the body, ready to transmute all that no longer serves, to support in this opening and creating space within all parts of body, mind, and spirit for this moment of pause and integration. Inhale here. Exhale, release the knees down, the chest and the chin. Inhale to baby cobra, open through the chest, open through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward to the outer edge of the left foot. And once again, we're in lizard, and this time you can feel into whether you want to take the same variation or a different one. Maybe your body needs something different on this side. This is a very therapeutic way of connecting with the body. Instead of making it do the same on both sides, we can really listen to what it needs and honor the difference that exists within ourselves, and the polarity and duality that we experience and live through in every given moment. Bringing your hands to the earth if they're not already there, and the right knee comes down. Inhale, opening up through the chest. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the left arm back and round to reach towards, take hold of the right foot. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, twist from the navel. And look over the left shoulder. Inhale, the left hand comes back and down. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And maybe as you're coming back into this Adho Mukha Svanasana, there's a difference in sensation as we slowly warm the body up. Inhale forward into plank. You have the option to go down, knees, chest, chin, if that's what you would like. Alternatively, you can release the knees down, bend at the elbows, come halfway down into a modified chaturanga, then inhale either up into cobra or upward facing dog, lifting the legs off the earth. Exhale, downward facing dog. You have this variation either with the modified chaturanga or with knees, chest, chin, the worm. And you can use this at any point in this morning's flow. When I'm calling a vinyasa, or when I'm calling chaturanga and up dog, remembering to listen to your body and choosing the variation that's going to serve and support you best here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and tiptoe your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine, engage the erector spinae. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do that one more time, strengthening the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel the engagement here. Exhale, forward fold. Feel that deep experience of release. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And this time we're going to be holding here for a moment. You have some options. You can bend deeply in the knees so that the belly releases down on the earth. This is going to feel more activating for the quads. Alternatively, you can lengthen through the legs making sure to keep a micro bend to prevent from hyperextension, but you may find that this deepens the stretch in the backs of the legs. So really listening, would you prefer this deep stretch and surrender? Or do you prefer to be activating and strengthening? Wherever you are, you can shake the head. No, nod it yes. Feel how that releases any built up tension in the spine, in the neck. I love this pose so much. I think it might be my favorite yoga pose. I feel like every time I come here, there's such a space of inner peace and connection and grounding. One more deep breath here. We'll inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Coming to reach the arms all the way up to the top. Exhale, draw your hands down into prayer at heart center. Take a moment in Tadasana, this mountain pose, to stand and to feel. You can have the toes touching, or you can have them hip width apart. Lift the toes up off the ground and spread them wide on the mat. Feel this activation of Padabandha, this root lock that's going to be drawing energy all the way up through the earth, through your legs. Feel it opening the heart, grounding you, preparing you for our sun salutations. Coming back to your intention for this morning's practice. What is it that you are breathing in, calling into your being? What have you been too busy for? What have you been distracted from? What is it that you would like to cultivate within yourself? And how can you use this intention of creating space to declutter, to let go of, to release all of the busyness, all of the stuff that we get so caught up in this life that maybe is not truly important or necessary in this moment? How can your breath bring you back to stillness, into that place of magnetism and receptivity? As we flow through Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, I invite you to begin activating your Ujjayi breath. So this is the ocean sounding breath, and you'll want to activate this by slightly tensing the back of the glottis, and it sounds like this ocean wave. It's quite a subtle and soft sound, but it's going to help to activate power and strength in your body. And as you go through the sun salutations, feeling free to take any of those modifications and really using it as a point of focus, a space of manifestation and activation and fire to create that vision, create that clarity and joy and love for all that you're calling in inside of your body, while simultaneously using the fire to transmute, to transform, to burn away all the stuff that has filled you up that you are ready to let go of in this moment. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step, or float back. Chaturanga, or a modification here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive the arms all the way up over the head. Exhale, draw the sunlight down into your heart space. Feel the strength, the empowerment here, the inner radiance. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Exhale, your hands come down through heart center. Inhale, drawing that circle up above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're taking a pause here at the top of our sun salutations, really just find that spaciousness, find that journey within. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up to the top. Exhale, your hands come down through heart center. We'll flow through 2 more times. And really listening to your body. If you need to take a moment in child's pose, my invitation is there. Finding what you need in this moment to prepare yourself for our standing sequence. Inhale, swan dive the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms lift towards the heavens. Exhale, Samastitihi. Bring the prayer in to heart center. Inhale, draw the energy up. Exhale, bring it down to Mother Earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, ground into the earth as you walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive the arms up. Exhale, your hands come down into prayer. Take a moment here to really feel this prayer. Really feel your intention and all that you're calling in this moment. Maybe feel a difference in your spirit, in your body, as you've activated this passion, the fire and the drive. Has the fire brought some clarity, some vision, some inspiration here? You're welcome to take a sip of water if you'd like as well. As we continue through our throat flow, I invite you to return to your Ujjayi breath if that has become distracted or forgotten in this moment. Also, as we go through this flow, really considering how the activation of the core, so engaging just above the perineum, this is called our Mula Bandha, and then also in the core, drawing the navel back towards the spine and up. This is Uddiyana Bandha. These are these locks that draw and hug in this energy to create more power and strength. Feel how by consciously engaging the core at the end of each exhale is going to support you in this flow, in this standing sequence, to find more strength and more grace. We'll return to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms once again come up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step, or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Engage the core as you come down. Inhale, lifting up to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the right hip on top of the left. Making sure to bring the right shoulder slightly down so that it's square with the left, so that the twist is taking place from the navel. Our three-legged dog here. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, stepping it in between the hands. Ground down here into both feet. Engage the core. Inhale, lift up into crescent lunge. Exhale here. Taking a moment here. Taking a look at your front leg, making sure that the knee is above the ankle and that you can see the right big toe on the inner edge of the right knee. Really extend out through the back leg. So draw energy out through the back heel. Inhale, place the left heel down to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, square the hips. So we're coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 here. And you may find that creating a little bit more spaciousness between the heels will make it slightly more available for your hips. Really depends on your body, but the wider the hips, you might want to widen the stance slightly. Grounding down into the three corners of both feet, activating strength and energy here in the body as you lift up all the way to the sky. Inhale, extend through the right leg. Exhale, come to bring your body to face the side of the mat. We're preparing for our Trikonasana triangle pose. Open out through the arms, inhale here. Exhale, bring your right hand as far forward as you can, whilst keeping your body in one plane of movement. And then exhale, bring the hand down to wherever it touches. Maybe it's towards the leg, towards the earth. If you find that you're reaching down and that your hips are no longer square, I invite you to just come slightly out of that pose. Just see how this feels different. It might be different to your regular practice. Engage through the core to lift up here, to find lightness, little to no weight in the right hand. Inhale reaches all the way back up and forward. We'll transition through Warrior 1, finding our Warrior 1 once again here. Exhale, engage the core, find your point of focus, find your drishti. Inhale, extend through the left leg. This time we're coming into a revolved triangle. So we'll exhale, bring the left hand forward, the right arm back. Inhale, reach forward as far as we can with the left hand. Then exhale, bring it down, maybe towards the mat. Maybe it's hovering. Maybe you're even crossing the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Twisting from the navel. Breathing into this twist. Once again, imagining it wringing out all that no longer serves. finding the opening and the spaciousness in your spine, in your body, in your mind, and your emotions. Inhale, lift the arms back up. Exhale, place them down on the outer edges of the feet, coming back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, three-legged dog here. Your gaze can look towards the right armpit, and that should help with balancing the shoulders here. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Engage the core, lift yourself all the way up here. Exhale, ground through the back heel. Feel the activation and the strengthening in your body. Present lunge, Anjaneyasana. Stillness and strength. Grace and inner wisdom as you listen to your body. Ground the right heel down towards the ground. Keep the hips squared towards the front. Inhale the hands, keep reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, keep the left knee bent over the left ankle. Warrior one. Inhale, open the arms out, extend the left leg. Exhale, draw the left fingers as far forward as they can, keeping the hips in that one plane of movement. Exhale, bring the left fingertips down towards the ground. The right fingers reach up towards the sky. The gaze can look up towards the sky once again for that activation of inspiration, connection with the stars, with Great Spirit, or down towards the earth for grounding, integration, and inner peace. Inhale, reach the arms up, center the hips, bend over the left knee, warrior one once again. Exhale here. Inhale, extend through the left leg. Exhale, bring the right hand forward, the left arm back. Inhale, reach as far forward as you can with the right hand. And then exhale, bring it down towards the ground. It may find its a different position here. It could be on the inside of the foot, lightly touching towards the leg, or coming to the outer edge. You want to draw the left hip back, the right hip forward to keep the hip square. This may change your hand position. And once again, the gaze can look up towards the sky or down towards the earth. Inhale, the arms lift up towards the sky. Exhale, take your variation of the vinyasa, listening to your body, potentially taking a child's pose. And we'll find our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward halfway up the mat. Exhale, release the left heel down to this 45-degree angle. We're preparing for pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, breathing into the back of the right leg. Feeling the spaciousness and the grounding here after all that movement and activation. Maybe you want to take some exhales out of the mouth to release any excess heat. You can inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. If that felt nice, you can flow through that another 2 times. Sighing is one of the most natural ways of releasing negative energy, of relaxing the nervous system, of starting integration. Something that animals and babies do often to regulate. I feel like something that we can really use a lot more of as adults. Inhale, ground through the feet, engage the core, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, we've got some options here for our hands. You can clasp the hands together. If you're doing this, you want the wrists, rather than splaying apart, to come towards one another. They might not touch, that's okay. Alternatively, you can hold on to either elbow or come into reverse prayer. So feeling into what's going to serve your shoulders, your wrists here. Keeping our feet position as it is. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Ardhva pyramid pose. Such a beautiful way to connect with Mother Earth, this grounding energy, this essence of surrender. It's also the perfect preparation for our next pose, which is Warrior 3. Really opening through the back of the right leg, preparing us to fly. Inhale, ground through the feet, engage the core as you lift up. Release your hands. And for Warrior 3, we've got some variations. Your hands can come into prayer. They can stay down by either side or extend out in front of you. You're also welcome, if you have a block, to hold on to a block. And that can be a really great support in squaring the hips. So really listening, are you working on balance? Are you working on the physical alignment of the pose? And what do you need accordingly? Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bring the weight over the right leg. Exhale, forward fold, coming into Warrior 3. Extend out through the back leg as if you're pressing up against a wall. Draw the left hip down so it's in alignment with the right. A micro bend in the right leg. Engaging here. Whenever you're ready to release, you can bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, coming into standing splits. The left leg can reach up towards the sky. In this pose, if your hips are stacked like mine are right now, then the toes can point up towards the sky. If the hips are squaring, then you'll want to bend at the ankle and come into dorsiflexion here. So choosing into your option. Your hands can reach back towards the ankle if you would like, maybe holding on with one hand or with both hands. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot down, come into a plank. Again, your options here, child's pose, straight to downward dog, or flowing through a vinyasa, your choice. Or meet in downward facing dog. Bring the left foot forward, halfway up the mat. The right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, just breathing into the back of the leg, maybe taking some deep sighs here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Another 2 times. See how this can release and ground all the energy that you've collected that you don't want to be carrying. Bringing in this energy of spaciousness, a pause. Round through the feet. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, take one of the variations on this side. It can be different to the first side. Once again, listening to your body. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, find a variation for warrior three. Inhale, the weight comes over the left leg. Exhale, bend at the hips, lift the right leg up and back. Finding a point of focus, a drishti to support you here. One side always feels very different to me than the other. So being compassionate and kind for how your body is coming into this pose in this moment. Whenever you're ready to release, you can bring the hands down towards the ground and come into a variation of standing splits that is going to nourish and support you here. Inhale. Exhale, step back into your plank. Picking any variation that's going to serve you here. Again, that might be the vinyasa, or a child's pose, or downward facing dog. We'll meet in a kneeling pose. So coming to kneel, thunderbolt, vajrasana. If you have a block or a pillow or a bolster, you're welcome to put that between your feet to support yourself here. If you'd like a little bit more opening, you can come to tuck the toes underneath. This is going to open out the fascia at the bottom of the feet. It can feel quite intense. So whenever you'd like, you can come out of that and really just center back into a kneeling pose. We'll be practicing some alternate nostril breathing here. This is a really wonderful way of merging the Ida and the Pingala, our yang, activation, motivation, doing, really passionate, outward, hot, uplifting energy with the yin, passive, slow, receptive, downward, cooling spaciousness. And this is such a wonderful way of calling all parts of ourselves home. So where maybe life has got this way of bringing us out into the world and thinking about all these things we have to do and all these people, and we can kind of scatter our energy as we practice Nadi Shodhana, all of those strings, all of those parts of our consciousness and our soul return into our core, into our Anahata Chakra, the heart center. And we can feel this homecoming, can feel very peaceful and nourishing. So how we're going to do this is we're going to bring the thumb and the forefinger to touch. Now you can feel into whether you want the palm to come up on the knee. This is going to be calling in that inspiration, right? Once we've created the space, what do you want to fill it with? Or maybe you're going more for integration and healing and you want the palm to face down onto the knee. The left hand can come into Vishnu Mudra. The index and the middle finger tap down to the thumb pad, or you can massage the third eye here. We'll take a deep inhale and exhale completely. Inhale, close the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils. Open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. And exhale left. Bringing both hands onto the thighs. Coming back to a regular breath. You can release Ujjayi now and start the softening and cooling part of our practice. Coming back to your intention. What are you calling in? What are you activating within your being in this moment? What is being seeded and planted in the fertile mind of inner peace and silence that is created through this practice of yoga, union with the divine? You can come and find your way into a staff pose. I'll be sitting back onto your seat, extending the legs out in front of you. And you may want to sit up onto a pillow or a bolster to find that lifting. You may want to release the cushion from beneath your seat. This is going to help to find the length in your spine. So where you may be dunking weight here, we want to be lifting up this anterior tilt in the hips. You might need to bend your knees to support yourself here. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Bending over the legs. And maybe you want to keep the heart open. This will lessen how far. Or maybe you want to come into a really yummy yin pose, fully bending in the spine, opening through the back of the chest. So listening to what your body would like here. Inhale, come to lift up. Exhale, bend through the right leg, bringing the right foot to touch towards the inner left thigh. Exhale here. Inhale, the arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, come and bring the right hand down behind the sacrum. Left hand comes to the outer edge of the right knee, like at the beginning of this morning's practice. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Listening here. What is your body trying to tell you? How do you feel after flowing this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are right now? Inhale, the hands come back up through center. Exhale, forward fold over the left leg. Maybe you can go deeper with just one leg extended. Inviting our awareness to go within. Inhale, open up. I'm just going to turn my position so you can see a little bit more clearly what I'm about to explain. So once you lift up, we're going to open the hips out so that we're coming more to face the side of the mat. This is going to help with our side bend to create spaciousness here. So we've shifted the position from facing the short edge of the mat to facing the wide edge of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, extend over the left leg. I'm coming full circle here in the flow, coming back to these movements that we did at the beginning, feeling how it is different here in this moment. What's changed? Inhale, lift the arm back up. Exhale, come to extend the right leg out with the left. This time we'll take a bound angle, Baddha Konasana here, bringing both soles of the feet to touch. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. The elbows can come towards the inner thighs. Maybe you want to massage through your feet, just saying thank you to your body, to everything it does for you, to this practice of yoga and how it can bring us into silence and stillness. How much can shift as we breathe and move our body. Such sweet medicine. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, this time, extend the right leg out so the left foot is tapping towards the inner right thigh. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold over the right leg. Inhale, the arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, the left hand comes down behind the sacrum. The right hand comes to reach towards the outer edge of the leg. Inhale, lifting up through the spine. Exhale, twist from the navel, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, once again, coming to widen the stance. So instead of the hips facing over the right leg, we're now facing the wide length of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, coming over to the left, to the right. Once again, as the gaze down or up towards the inner elbow, maybe it changes every time. Feeling into the difference here. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, coming to place both feet down on the mat. Really lift up and lengthen through the spine. Inhale, extend the arms out in front of you. Exhale, engage the core as you roll down one vertebra at a time, coming down towards the mat. From this place, we're going to cross the right leg so that the ankle is on top of the left thigh. You can stay here in this figure four pose or reach the hands through the legs and then come to take hold of the back of the thigh or the shin and start to draw the knees down towards the chest, finding this hip opening here. Release the hold, bring the left foot down towards the ground. Come to draw the inner left thigh down towards the earth, twisting the knees out towards the right. You can open the arms down on the ground. This is really going to be stretching through the IT band on the left leg. I feel like this really nice opening here on the outer edge of the left leg. Inhale to center, cross the knees fully. Exhale, shift the hips over towards the right before coming down with both knees over towards the left. The gaze can look up towards the sky. If you want to intensify the twist, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the knees back up. Exhale, uncross the leg, shift the hips back to center. Bring the left ankle onto the right thigh, bending through the left knee, either staying here in our figure four or coming to reach for the leg, the right leg, and begin to open out through the left hip. Bring the foot down towards the earth. Once again, we're internally rotating the right thigh, bringing the inner edge of the right leg towards the earth. It may not touch, feeling the stretch in the outer edge of the right hip, the right leg. Inhale up through center. Exhale, lift the hips over towards the left. Exhale, down towards the right. The arms reach out to either side. And your gaze can come and look over the left shoulder if you'd like. Maybe your eyes are closed as you begin this journey towards Shavasana. Inhale up through center. Exhale, bring the hips back to center. Come to hold yourself into a tiny little ball. Squeeze yourself. Give yourself so much love here in this moment. And as you're ready, take a deep inhale. And exhale, open all the way out and allow your body to relax down towards the earth. We'll be here for just a couple of minutes, and I really encourage you to take this Shavasana This is like the ultimate pose for this morning's intention of integration, finding that spaciousness within, allowing yourself to really pause and take that stillness that you need here. I know it's so tempting sometimes to just get up and go with the day, but this is really where the true magic of this practice lies as we come into stillness. So just allowing all the areas of your body that are touching the earth to ground, feeling the weight in your heels. The feet can splay open. Feel where your body is touching through the backs of the legs, your hips. Draw heaviness into this part of your body. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, feel the deepening of this pose as you relax your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Feeling the deepening of relaxation in the back of the neck, the head. Relaxing and releasing the mind. Just giving your thoughts a pause. Allowing yourself to dissolve in this moment. A mini meditation here in Shavasana. The eyes can close if they like, or you can keep them open with this kind of gentle, blurred gaze. Begin to find some movement in your fingers and toes. Start this awakening process. Such lightness, gentleness, and tenderness. When you're ready, you can reach your arms all the way up above your head, stretching tall, feeling that stretch and opening. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, rolling over onto the right side, finding yourself in fetal position. A moment of softness. When you're ready, you can come up into a comfortable seat as we started this morning's practice. You can either bring your hands into prayer at heart center, or just take a moment bringing the left hand inside of the right. Simple meditation pose here as you drop back into this morning's intention. What personally were you calling in? What were you creating space for? How has yoga supported you in seeding that? Most importantly, what would you like to take out of this practice into your day, into your week, into this month, maybe even this year? Allow that intention to truly seed itself in all the cells of your being. We'll be closing this practice with the sound of 1 Om and 3 Shantis. If you'd like to join me, you can bring your hands into prayer at heart center. We'll take a deep inhale to exhale. Inhaling to 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.